My husband and I assembled this greenhouse made by Grandio Greenhouses out of Idaho, and I wanted to do this video to provide some comfort and clarity to all you Grandio Greenhouse customers on how this automatic vent opener works. This is what we did to make this thing work. We're not even going to use that piece. It's just basically we didn't even need to really put that on technically. It was nice to have it in to keep it closed until you are ready to put the automatic opener in, because otherwise if you don't install this, it'll just keep flapping with the wind and it's just kind of annoying. Hopefully you have not put any silicone caulking around this window, because if you did, you're gonna have to take this apart and take the caulking off, because what you need to do is make sure that this can be movable up and down. So do not put any of that caulking in until after putting this in.
They don't tell you that you need to loosen this bar. You loosen these two nuts here and these two nuts here. There's some flexibility with the adjustment, and then you install everything first, and then that is what adjusts this to where it needs to be. Because otherwise this stays fixed and it will not work. Pre-thread this one because the bracket for the opener doesn't match the holes that were already pre-drilled or for the manual one.
So I'm just gonna loosen those.
Move freely. Comes with these springs attached. It's a lot easier if you take them off. That way it moves freely. When this is turned down, it interfered with the cylinder being able to close completely.
A common mistake that is made is that this piece, they put it on wrong, where this end is flush up to here, but that will not work. So you have to make sure that it looks exactly like this in this position, not an actual T. It needs to be like upside down T. Good job, you didn't drop it.
Before I tighten that down all the way again.
So yeah, let's make sure that's all loose. So you're basically adjusting that piece based on this window opener. And then you put the springs in, yeah. right? No gaps in between the pieces.
Yeah, just want to readjust this piece a little bit because it needs to be centered.
Oh, I see.
On that as well as possible. Tighten those back down. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Yep. And then you gotta put that piece back.
I'm going to use this hair dryer to expedite the heating of this cylinder to activate it to open this window. Well, this is pretty uneventful.
Maybe it's not gonna work. It should work. Do you have to activate it to get it, or no? You just, I guess it's nice to just test it out, see if it's working.
Just testing it out. Yeah, so the window's starting to open. We'll probably have to adjust this accordingly later. I had the cylinder in the refrigerator so it would retract. So.
It probably takes a little bit longer for it to get warmer and open up.
Yeah, because it could easily get 120 degrees in here, so.
So can you show again, like, how it works to adjust it? How it works to adjust the thing based on what temperature you want for when it opens?
Well, let's see what the instructions say. So, in the instructions on page 2, under adjustment, turning this clockwise means it will open at a higher temperature. So if I wanted this to open at 65, then it would turn counterclockwise. But if I wanted it to open at maybe 75 degrees, it would turn it clockwise. But I would rather have it opening sooner. So eventually this will come shut as the cylinder cools down. It's actually pretty ingenious.
It's all from physics, the air.
Yeah,
Air and temperature.
Yep.
Temperature affecting the density of the air molecules inside this little thing. Whatever it's called, the cylinder.
Cylinder.